Are you alright there? Will, yeah. Firecrest the boat. I don't think we'll see that steaming round here, will we? No. They'll put on the River Sawn here, all day. Right, steamroller next, following on from the Garrett. Built right up until the 1960s. Some of them in Wales. This one, Avon and Porter 10997, the maker's number. It's a long distance visit from Harrisford, owned by Mr. Jones from Harrisford, to be with us here at Elvaston this weekend. This one actually worked on the Lockings estate in Berkshire. I remember seeing it many years ago when it was owned by a gentleman called Graham Smith from Oxfordshire. John Murphy, the showman of Newcastle upon Tyne for quite a number of years. Renown and repulse after those famous battleships. And as I say, they don't come into they don't meet up. I think it's probably twice a year when they meet up at the railway at Quorn and here at Elvaston Castle. They were both built in 1920. 15653 is the number of the works number of the first engine, Renown, and 15652 is Repulsor's number. So Ian and Gary Howard own Renown, and Mrs. Val Gibson, she owns Repulse. Now these big showman's engines, they actually worked on the fairgrounds. They provide the power for the rides at the fair, and also they tow them from fair to fair. So you can just imagine something like these two engines at the front with about 4 or 5 trucks behind them with the ride on, and of course the Renown, the first engine, has a big feast crane on the back, what was used for lifting the heavy fairground equipment when they built them. Good afternoon, Gary. Nice to see you in the freight today. You managed to get up today, have you? Oh, yes. Right, so just passing the comments report, we've got Renown. And following on behind, we have the second big blue engine, which is called Repulse. I've just been told that the little Jack Russell dog that went missing has been found and it's gone back to its owner, so thank you very much for that. Right, so following on behind reports, we have a Garrett steam tractor. Now we have in the Hallam family here with a 1929 built Fowler steamroller. Fowler's built the steamrollers in, well, all the steam vehicles in Leeds. This one went new to Sam Jackson of the crew. They were big steamroller owners. It's finished its time with FHM contractors. And it was rescued by the late David Hallam from Watson's scrapyard at Newcastle under Lyme. It was rallied for 1 or 2 years in the late 1960s, then laid up for about 40 years. Glad to see it back with us again. Fred and Linda last firm to own this was Gleason's of Sheffield. 10237 is the maker's number. Over the years it's had a complete restoration, which has included a new firebox and boiler barrel and steamroller. 76116 the maker's number. This one worked in the Bath and Somerset area for a gentleman called Ernest Island. It was the first Marshall engine to be fitted with a patent radial valve gear. That's Fred and Linda Dockeray's Marshall steamroller. Now just coming up to the commentary point, we have a John Allen built steamroller. Now John Allen did a number of steam, shall we say, conversions. They actually reboiled 1 or 2 ploughing engines and they used the parts of the Fowler engines. So this one it's built by John Allen and Company of Oxford, but it was used in Fowler parts, so it's got a Fowler works number on it of 811. It's owned by Vicky Siswell, and it actually spent a working life in Oxfordshire. In those early years of preservation, it was owned by the well-known name of that era, the Wharton family. It has been owned for a short period of time by Ian Harvey from Hatton in Derbyshire. So that's a John Allen built steamroller, just coming past the commentary point. Hang on, Debbie. I'll go open it. You know, I never did trust these lady steers people. I know. I shall finish up the back end of the arena one of these times. I ran some Sims and Jeffries traction engine this time. They built their engines at the Orwell Works in Ipswich. This one's owned by John Carr of Sheffield. It was new to the War Department, but the order for it to be shipped abroad was cancelled, and it worked for Mr. C.H. Johnson of Ritten, who were contractors in Yorkshire, and it's been with John Carr since 1969. All right, stop. Right, following on behind we have, I've just lost them. Dave Coates Little Fowler T3 tractor. Now this one's got a fast turner speed. It worked for Olive and Parkinson, who were paper makers at Glossop. So it would deliver the paper on one load, come back empty load, backwards and forwards in Glossop there for the paper. It's been in the Coat family since the early 1980s and a regular attendant. Hello Dave, I didn't see you there. You've had a big weekend, haven't you? You've had a busy weekend. You'll need a rest tomorrow. Dave Coat there.